Empire's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Empire's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Team Empire's turn to pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota Pit League Season number 2, presented by Twitch, Sapphire, Sennheiser, Tessero, AMD, what have you. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mont. Joining me today is going to be Ryu Boers. Ryu, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good, man. How's about you? I hope you're feeling better after yesterday.
I mean, not really, but I like casting Dota, so I'll deal with it. That's how hardcore I am.
We can go out and eat something later.
Okay,
go?
You're hilarious. That's funny. I can't eat anything right now. Meanwhile, Empire versus Virtus Pro, second game of the day, and it turns out to be the last game. Before we get any further, I do want to talk about a reschedule we'll have for the Evil Geniuses versus Fnatic game, which will be at 22:30 CEST tomorrow, I believe, unless that was a miss. AG versus Fnatic at 22:30. Team Tinker versus Fnatic will start things off tomorrow at 17:45 CEST, followed by Moscow 5 versus Complexity at 20:15 CEST, and then EG versus Fnatic to rattle out at 22:30 CEST. So only one series tonight, only one more game to go, and it is Team Empire versus Virtus Pro.Polar. Virtus Pro.Polar had a rather rough game, almost losing every single lane other than obviously that top lane where honestly, they couldn't kill Yoki. He got plenty of levels. He became a driving factor in the game. But more so than anything, Resolution and Silent went absolutely ham. And that mid to late game, Silent got a lot of farm. He got an MKB. He got towards a SNY. He was dealing some ridiculous damage. And then Exorcism, as it always does, level 3, starts doing some serious work in the game. So Team Empire with a really strong, solid draft in that first game. Virtus Pro.Polar, however, pick up the Medusa for game number 2. This is a hero they love to play. Illidan, one of the best on that hero. But the question is, how do Empire respond and react towards the Medusa pickup?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, right now, a lot of the teams are trying to figure a way out. Because it's being picked up a lot. Normally, you have the Medusa and the Mag, but normally Mag's always being bagged out in most of these games. It feels like nowadays, just because it's just adding too much physical DPS to the carries. And so what else do you want to do against it? You want to probably get Anti-Mage. You can't get PL anymore because the hero's not in. That's always was a strong hero.
I speak for the trees.
You could do what they're trying to do now. This is one of the ways you can get split push. Maybe try to get an Orchid early on before she gets, the Lincolns into the Manta or whatever before, and then just put an amazing amount of pressure on her so you constrict where she farms. Or, I don't know. My favorite thing is just to get maybe an anti-mage, but if she gets a Lincoln Sphere, then you need somebody else to actually go toe to toe with her.
Yeah, that's the problem really right now for Team Empire. They have to find a way to just make sure that they make this Medusa's life miserable. And I agree with you, the Nature's Prophet is probably the best option they have in terms of taking her down, or at least making her farm a little bit less limited. Because if you want to take down the tier 1 tower top, the tier 2 tower top, all of a sudden you have not as much room to farm, or I guess bottom for Virtus Pro.Polar as they're on the Radiant side. Then you could strict the jungle, Taking down the mid tower is very important as well. Making sure they don't have that easy access to run towards the jungle and have farm for the Medusa. Yeah, you'll still have lanes to push out, but at the same time, just making sure she doesn't get farm across the map. You could try to stop her from farming early on in the game. When Medusas used to get picked up, and now with the mana shield change, this doesn't happen as much. We saw a lot of pressure on in the early game of Medusa because she really couldn't pump out the damage. She really didn't have a way to stay alive in the laning phase. But now they're going to do their best to keep her as alive as possible. And then if she gets level 6, then it's not necessarily impossible to kill her, but you have to use a lot of abilities just to bring her down alone. That's before Lincoln Sphere too. So Virtus Pro.Polar bring the Vengeful Spirit. With armor reduction, this is very good for both Medusa and the Razor coming out. And we'll, I imagine, see a medallion pick up on Venge. And
10 seconds remaining.
Obviously, the magic missile is going to be good as well. So,
5
I mean,
seconds
you also have
remaining.
to think Medusa could even go into the mid lane where they had Razor last lane in
Reserve
the
time.
last game in the short lane. So they could still do that, and Medusa could secure free farm and just go a bottle. Or, well, she doesn't even need to. Or you could just let like a support get a bottle, like the Wisp did last game. But Wisp isn't really good this game for either team, just because they want to.
Radiant
It could be
team
really
pick.
good for shutting down the Medusa, but you need to make sure you can couple it with a Tiny. And I don't know if Wisp Tiny is that great against Medusa. I have mixed feelings about it because, yeah, Stone Gaze just counters everything it wants to do, but you're able to still split push effectively. And there's two ways to deal with Medusa. It's either split push or you just pick a hero or two that can silence and mana burn. They do have the Skywrath and the Puck for that, and they should probably or you could just maybe even do the Brewmaster Cyclone. Isn't that too? It could be really effective against Dusa late game because she doesn't really get a BKB sometimes. And if they just Cyclone her in the team fights, then they could do they could just kill off everybody else.
Remaining.
then she loses her effectiveness, and it doesn't
Radiant
matter
team banned.
how tanky or how strong you are, or how much right click you have. If everyone on your team is dead, there's a good chance you're not surviving either. So, Virtus Pro.Polar are in a bit of a rough position now. They pick up the Central War Winner or the offlane though, so they'll want to try to put the pressure on Team Empire, despite the fact that they have plenty of initiation through Brewmaster, Skywrath, Nature's Prophet, and a Puck. This is a very slippery team and very difficult to lock down. First and foremost, Puck can Waning Rift and Phase Shift. Brewmaster can split at any moment's notice, and Nature's Prophet can TP in and out of the engagement as well. And if he gets a Blink Dagger, he becomes that much harder to deal with. So this is going to be a tough game for Razor, although Phase Shift doesn't really care about Static Link, or vice versa, rather. Static Link doesn't care about Phase
5
Shift.
seconds remaining.
I still don't know how this is going to go for Virtus Pro.Polar. And I have to feel like if Team Empire have a solid last pick here, like the Anti-Mage, then they're in pretty good position. So they have all of their bases covered. However, the Shadow Demon comes out, a notorious counter or notorious pick against the Anti-Mage, as we've seen recently. But I don't know how this is going to play out for Team Empire.
They got
for Virtus Pro.
Cause I think VP is in a really good position. I like their picks more at this early game stage because they can go aggressive with Venge and Shadow Demon.
For battle.
And Silence Din's forced not to go mana break in the lane. He might just save all his points, but they have a Furion jungling. So this is the Okay, so is this a
4-position? It's a 4-position Furion, I believe.
Yeah, and then the offlane is for Brewmaster. I was thinking, is Brewmaster offlane or Puck offlane? So they're gonna do. So yeah, it should be still a Razor bottom though. Scandal, solo against a Razor, and then Razor is gonna be having a hard time down here. And mid lane, Puck against Dusa. Each of these can push out the lane effectively, so it doesn't matter. It's just gonna be interesting to see if Illidan goes for a bottle or whatnot. So it's basically on the Shadow Demon and the Venge in this early game, see what they want to do. I don't think they can kill a Puck unless he orbs forward aggressively and they go on him. But if he does that, then yeah, Resolution's an easy kill. Top lane, they could either try to shut down the Anti-Mage, but don't sleep on the Furion's teleport in with a Null Talisman or two, because this game he's probably going to be going for either. I wanted to say a fast Dagon, but I doubt it. But he'll probably go for a fast Blade Mail.
This is a very weird draft, or very weird laning setup from both teams. I don't know if Virtus Pro.Polar are going to keep this Vengeful Spirit top. And if they try to go aggressive with maybe like scan on the top lane with like a stun and a disruption to set things up, they might be able to get a couple of kills, but they're just going to forego that idea. They're going to have the Centaur up here. They're going to have Goblak up here. It looks like we will see Lil rotate back towards the mid lane and perhaps up top. So they still can get kills in this anti-mage. They can shut him down. And when you have a 4-position Furon, you're able to do so rather effectively. So I like the fact that they're putting pressure on Empire currently. Bottom lane, Yoki up against Scandal on his Razor. This should be an interesting matchup. Yoki's blocking rather effectively. He actually has it towards his tower, and is going to go for the Drunken Brawler at the first level rather than getting the Thunderclap. So I'm interested to see how Silent does in the top lane. That's probably going to be my most interesting matchup of the day.
Yeah, always want to flies out of position right here, so he should be going down.
Silent can blink away, always when fly. Does not have that luxury. Disruption, stomp. He does get away from the block, but Goblak does get the kill. And that is just, like you said, out of position from always when to fly. I don't think they realized that they were going to aggro try, but they are very aware of it now. And always when to fly is going to play a bit safer, I imagine, here.
Well, they should have known that the wasn't there on the lane, so I don't know what he was thinking, but I don't know. They didn't see Shadow Demon in any of the lanes, and there'd be no point in him, like, even being bottom. Like, I don't know.
Pulling coming out from Pro.Polar. But they're not only pulling, they're also grabbing kills on this lane. Silent has 2 last hits right now. That's a bit rough. I'm surprised he even has that much. They're coming through. He's going to try to contest this pull. Lil might get caught out. Magic Missile, that'll be on the creep just so he gets the kill. It's a lot of mana expended towards one Hellbear for the tomato, as some call it. 7 last hits coming up from Resolution in the mid lane on his puck. He's a great puck player. No surprise that he's having a great start. Only 4 for Illidan. Illidan had a rough time last game, but Resolution continues to phase shift. And we'll keep going here as Empire are doing okay, although they would like to get some more CS here. But if you're winning bottom and if you're winning mid, then that's perfectly okay. However, bottom lane only has 4 last hits.
They're going on mid lane, actually. They have a double damage on Solo. That's 1 right click. He has no more mana.
Yeah, Solo's getting caught out. Runs right into the creep wave. Solo, 1 right click will do the job, and he gets it done. Solo gets the kill. They didn't get the first blood because always want to fly in the top lane did go down, but great rotation from Solo. However, this means that top they have to play a bit more passively, although the creep wave is under their tower, so they should be okay for the time. Well, as I said, concussive shot into Phobos. They can't get the stomp off because of the concussive shot from Fly. Having the presence of mind to use that ability, make sure that they stay alive here. God, this lane is just harass city. They've got to be careful.
Yeah, they're... Well, with that at least though, Resolution is still going to be getting... He's the tempo controller this game because Brewmaster should be getting shut down pretty hard in this bottom lane. But, so he's going to have to be making the space for them to come back. Obviously the anti-mage is going to have having a rough game to come back. It's going to probably be like a 20-25 minute Battle Fury, so... And he did pick up the mana break, so now if all Shadow Demon has to do is get maybe 1 or 2 clarities, mana boots or something, then he could just always harass the anti-mage. At least he'll always get 2 hits, so before he blinks. And then if he's out of mana, he can die.
So we'll have to be careful here. Disruption is going to go. There it is already. The first Disruption Soul Catcher stomp as well does connect to the Silent. He will fall. The Magic Missile getting the kill from Goblak, and they don't even need really the mana break. He just dies anyway to the stomp, so...
And the Soul Catcher, basically the Soul Catcher did all the work in that.
Yep. Damage amplification's ridiculous. He's out of mana now, so he's looking for the 4-minute rune, and the treatment's trying to chase after him. TP's gonna come in, it looks like. It doesn't matter. Solo looking for this kill, might get it. He does have the null, however, it's not enough damage. He gets the high ground miss coming through. Meanwhile, they're gonna chase after Probo. Salon looking for the kill. He cannot get it. The Arcane Bolt should know the self comes through. Goblak gets away. He's mana breaked as well. He's out of mana. Resolution really low. Does get the kill on the Doocy. Bobbles up. He's got phase shift in 2 seconds. Meanwhile, Lilo comes through. There's the Soul Catcher. He's got phase shift again. He's got the orb. Is he going to use it? He's trying to get out. He's going to jaunt to the low ground. He might die to the tower. He just avoids the range of the tower. Resolution. Phase shift. He avoids the last hit of the tower as well. Unbelievable. The juke plays. Resolution breaking ankles. And they call him a running back. My God.
Who's your favorite running back? What?
CJ Spiller and Fred Jackson. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. No one gets that. No one gets that. That reference though. No one knows who those people are.
Because they suck, dude.
Okay. Well, Scandal getting caught out. There's the Dream Call coming through the plastic field as well. Yoki claps up and they will get the kill. Solo TPing in, and suddenly they're putting pressure all across the map. They're not necessarily getting the most farm in the world, but they're getting kills,
Radiant's
which is
bottom
just as
tower
important.
is under attack.
Yeah, they might have stronger lanes for VP Polar, but as long as Furion gets 1 rune, 2 runes, and then Resolution gets the rune control, that's the one thing they're doing. They're rune controlling all these runes, they're getting some good runes, and then they're actually forcing rotations, not just going back into lanes, so putting a lot of pressure out.
I mean, at this point in time, the only real issue right now is that Silent is nowhere near any real item. He has a 4-man shield now, he's got boots. He'll probably get treads before he gets even close to his Battle Fury, so he's only got 14 last hits. The top 3 CSers in this game are from Pro.Polar, so that's the issue. And the rune control is good, but you've got to get a lot done with it in order to be super successful. And Resolution has done a lot. He's level 6 now.
Well, the problem is that AM, he can only go into 1 lane, and that's the lane against the Dusa. He can't go in the lane against the supports, and he can't go in a lane against the Razor, so basically he has to either gank with his team right now, or just go mid against the Dusa.
Gank is not really going to work out for him. He's going to head bottom instead. They might try to find a pickoff here against the Razor. So that will fulfill the ganking prowess that you were talking about from Empire. Meanwhile, top lane, they have Lil just sitting in the trees looking for a kill here and always want to fly, but he's sitting back under his tower and even into the trees, so he should be okay. Meanwhile, they're looking to jump on Scandal, but he's sitting pretty far back. Yoki misses the clap, and now this gank has been pretty much
Radiant's bottom tower is under
boarded.
attack.
They will have Solo come in. Move forward. Body block from Silent. Beautifully done. Let's go. Last field going. He did static leave a bit. Military is going to go through. Nice defensive disruption, but they get the kill on Lil. They're diving deeply here. They're going to get the kill. Double kill, in fact. They're always going to fly. You'll set their no, excuse me. The cycling up on the Godlike from the primal split coming through. They will get 3 kills. And they're going to take the tower as well. That's the pressure they're looking for down in this bottom lane. Silent gets involved in a couple of those kills. However, doesn't give him that much.
Radiant's bottom tower
unfortunate.
Yeah, they shouldn't rotate in heroes when Panda split, when they know that they have the Panda split. You're not going to win the team fight, and just throwing away the extra lives there isn't going to be helping. So the problem is they're waiting for Centaur, because that's their only initiation. They're trying to have better late game, and they're just staying top trying to shut down the anti-mage instead of trying to shut down the initiators right now, coming from Team Empire side.
I like that stat, Malpax. I like where your head's at. Scandal's getting caught out, mana break's gonna go. Yoki's looking for a clap, but he can't really find one. He's rather slow without Threads or Arcanes. He has no Blink Dagger either. Despite having an Orb of Venom, though, that's the interesting thing. I've seen this more and more from Brewmasters recently. I like the choice. Resolution's coming with an Invis rune, and this could be a huge gank coming through. Yoki's looking to fight as well. Goblack, he might get caught out. Scandal backing away. There's the Dream Coil. Ubor, then they're going to John as well. Waiting Grip's about to fly. Goblack has no usage of that stun. Eventually, Resolution has lost 140 damage. They actually just need to back away now. They will blink out from Scandal or just Silent to continue to farm. Freds? No, Ring of Health comes out from Silent. So, 8 minutes, he's got his Ring of Health. That'll have him some regen, but other than that, I mean, Empire in a position where they have to get kills here, otherwise this game is just going to go towards Illidan and his Medusa. And on top of that, Phobos is getting closer and closer to a Blink Dagger, although he's not quite there yet. Still in an okay position.
Yeah, Solo's had his Midas too. He's about to pick up Tread soon, and well, he has the most CS on his team coming from the jungle, and he's ganked at least 4 or 5 times. So it's not. I mean, if you look at the CS right now, VP has all the CS, but it doesn't matter because they're getting all the kills on, and they're putting the kills on the space makers for Empire right now, and that's just what they need to make space for Silent. So we'll see if they can keep up the pressure, or if the Centaur with the Blink Dagger soon will be enough to help out VP.
They need to get these Blink Daggers up on Resolution and on Yoki, otherwise this becomes very difficult because like we talked about, Phobos is getting his Blink Dagger, and he already has Stampede as well, so if they get that item, if they get the Blink Dagger up on the Centaur before they get it on the side of Empire, or if they get the Blink Dagger up on the side of the Centaur before they get on Empire, this could be a big problem. Illidan's going to get caught out, but decides against going in with the usage of the Dream Coil coming out from Resolution. He used the orb there, 1,500 gold in the bank. They do smoke up a couple of heroes, in fact. Always want to fly, and Yoki are going to head towards that bottom lane where they're looking for Tessero, Lil, and Scandal as well in this bottom lane. However, Lil backs away. He's getting something in the courier. It's going to be Boots of Speed. Finally, they wrap around in the mid lane. Illidan's going to get caught out. Concussive shot, Ancient Seal. Blue coming through. Earl jaunts in, but he's still very far away. Yoki going to come in. There's the ultimate coming through. The Dream Coil does not connect. The Primal Split is going to go no. Yoki actually tried to clap there, and now he's going to back away, taking a lot of that damage. Blue goes yet again. Still zoning out Illidan as well as Lil. That means they will not be able to get this kill. They're looking for pressure on the tower. Solo does not TP, and he cannot find the engagement there. He's actually farming the Aces now with Treads and a Midas and a Null Talisman. Solo is in a really good spot. They do make some more room for Silent, who is farming the jungle. But all in all, just a failed gank and less space created for Empire this time around.
Yeah, I don't understand how the Resolution's ulti missed. It kind of looked like it was in range, but apparently it wasn't. So I don't think they could have got the kill even if he had gotten it off, but it would depend on how fast the Brew could have split. If he could split before the coil breaks, then they could have got the kill. If not, then nothing they could do.
Illidan is out of mana, however he will use the Mystic Snake and get some back, so Mana Shield is really becoming the issue, I think, for Team Empire. They really can't gank the Medusa if she has a decent amount of mana, and they don't have the anti-mage nearby. The Illidan's fine now. He's farming away. He's going for that Lincoln Sphere, as we talked about. Ring of Health, his Akil has been turned off. And he's getting some decent farm in the jungle as well. No split shot yet. He'll probably wait till another couple of levels.
They're gonna go on Silent right here.
Getting caught out maybe. Blink? Great blink from Silent. He knew it was coming. He saw him running at him, so.
Should've just waited till he attacked the creep instead of trying to go on him in nowhere. They don't even have a ward to see. Yeah. I mean, they could go on him again, but.
Oh, Illidan's dead in the mid lane. He's gonna get Mystic Snake coming back through. Silent's gonna go down. Medusa looks like they will. Now Lil comes in, he gets spread up, and he has the Quelling Blade getting brought low. Solo's diving for this, and he will stay alive just barely. There's the Soul Catcher taking a lot of damage. Poison coming through as well, but he will survive. He'll pick up the haste rune and Resolution will grab it.
Gonna go down top too.
Double kill for Go Black in that top lane. And they get a core for a core, and then they lose Always Wanna Fly. Not the best trade for Empire. Meanwhile, TP now coming out. Medusa will get away. Excuse me, not Medusa. Vengeful Spirit. Who does have a medallion, by the way, which is nice. That's pretty early medallion coming out. Go Black finally getting involved in some of these kills. 4 kills, by the way. Pretty impressive, considering he has the only 4 kills for Pro.Polar in this game. So a lot of top-heavy farm coming out. Although Scandal is the top of the net worth, at least for Pro.Polar, but there's the Blink Dagger now coming out for Resolution, and now we'll see a lot more space creation coming through. And the fact that Solo already has his Midas and 2k gold in the bank, this is frightening. Will he go for the Blade Mail? Will he go for another Null? Will he go for something else altogether? A Claymore, in fact. So perhaps Lothar as a Shadow Blade, if you will. Yoki's looking in the bottom lane, looking for Illidan Stormrage. Full mana, by the way. Lil's going to run right into Yoki. Yoki backs up. He's almost got his Blink Dagger. He's 100 gold away, rather. And when he gets that item, all of a sudden this becomes that much more difficult for Pro.Polar to control the map.
Yeah, this is basically a catch-up time for Dusa and Anti-Mage. Dusa has 1k up on him. So middle lane, actually, Resolution's going to go down with the Blink Dagger. Centaur saw the end of that.
Yeah.
And,
they jumped in, stomped, and then followed up with the Magic Missile. Just standard stuff getting the kill. And then they smoke up. They're looking for bombs, potentially. He's there. We'll find out Silent. Lil gets the kill, or excuse me, Silent gets the kill in Lil, but now coming through, DK Focus just jumps in, double edges him, and kills him. So probably not a worthy trade at all.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good trade at all, Silent. I mean, it's basically going to be on Solo this game to make a lot of, like, him and Resolution. They're waiting for the Brewmaster. They were waiting for his Blink right there just to make something happen. And Yoki
blinks away. Now they know that he has it, so they'll play a bit more passively with Pro.Polar. However, this is where I think Empire should be at their best, other than obviously Silent not having any farm. If they can create space for him, they'll be in a good position. Creating space. Illidan is going to get caught out right now. Silence does go. The right click from Solo is there. Mana Shield's doing some work, but not nearly enough. And Resolution gets the kill. And he'll pick up his treads finally. Mech's done now for Scandal, but he was nowhere near his Medusa. And Pro.Polar are farming the jungle. They're trying to put pressure on this tier 1 tower. They're not going to take it. All the meanwhile, Silent continues to get free farm here. And anytime that Silent is farming and Medusa is not, Silent is in a pretty good position.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, we'll see how the Empire keep on making the plays. It's more on Centaur making all the plays, whereas yeah, Scandal is going to be picked up here.
So he does mech a bit early. Mystic Flare is going to go. He did not need to use the split there. He's looking for more. Lil might get caught out here. He actually doesn't see him. He misses him just barely with the vision. So the ultimate from the Brewmaster a bit wasted. It looks like the tower's very least. Meanwhile, coming in is Illidan. There's going to be them using the Mystic Snake, and they actually glyph. They really might be able to deny this tower. Ancient Seal, not use Arcane Blitz going to go. Centaur Stampede, they're looking for a fight. Phobos jumps into the Yoki, double edge. The stomp as well. Magic Missile cleans him up, no split. And they deny the tower. Beautifully done from Pro.Polar. A 1-for-1 exchange. And the tower denied going the way of Illidan's side, so.
Yeah, and then Resolution, he just canceled it. Like, they have a ward there. He
wants to just go and go black. Jaunt's away. One right click from Solo. Lothar does get the job done. They're actually chasing after Will now. Phobos cannot help out here. There's going to be a disruption defensively. They will right click him down. They kill the illusions first. They bring him down. Now stomp onto Solo. Double edge as well. Not low enough to get the kill, but they will get it done. No mana for Phobos now. Resolution's trying to right click. He does have the coil. He's going to use it, but he's out of mana. He has no orb. Resolution trying to man fight up here on Phobos. The Treants doing some more huddling around him. The stick up. Double edged. He jukes him with the trees. Resolution has no mana for an illusory orb. Man fight in the jungle coming out from both Resolution and Phobos. Yoki's coming a bit late, but already the TP out coming out from Phobos, and he stays alive. A couple of trades. I'm not sure who it benefits there, and I don't get the fight recap up in time.
Dire's tower is under attack.
I think it benefits. Yeah, it definitely benefits Empire because, you know, Anti-Mage is only 1200 away from his Battle Fury, and he's still hasn't caught up to the Dusa yet, but eventually he will. And looking at Dusa, they both, yeah, she can go far ways out, and she got initiated on there. See, Tessero, he's only level 5. If he was level 6, he could have probably done something. But this Viper is meant to be like played as a carry, and they're running it as a semi-carry where he doesn't do anything. He just like goes around farms, and they're not utilizing him in really team fights or anything.
You mean Razor?
Yeah.
You said Viper.
Oh, I said Viper. I'm
yeah.
so out of it, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I meant, yeah, Razor. I don't know why.
Yeah, I guess.
Feels like a Viper this game. Like, he's just running around CSing, has a mech, but he's actually not contributing to any of the team fights.
Not really doing anything. So.
It was like last game.
Yeah, that's the problem. Last game was a really rough game for Scandal on this Razor, and now he's in the same position as he was earlier. They're rotating over top. They actually have no vision in the jungle for Scandal, but somehow they understand that there are heroes rotating over for him. And they'll just continue to farm up top. This time Resolution will get it. Silence farming the jungle. His Battle Fury is actually 19 minutes probably, maybe even 18:30 is what you're looking at for the Anti-Mage here. And with the rough start that he got, that is not bad, all things considered.
Yeah, I said he'd get an 18. Well, I thought it was going to be 20.
You said 20 to 25. That's what you said. I'm holding you to that.
I said 20. I said 20.
You said 20 to 25. You don't lie.
Yeah, I'm thinking the 20, dude.
All right. I heard you say 25.
I thought it was 22, to be honest. That's why I'm not agreeing with the 25. I thought it was 20 to 22. Well, anyways, it'll be. He'll get it at 19.
He's caught up well. They've made enough space for him, and that's really the thing that we couldn't see. Is that Empire was all over the map, just making room for him to farm. Meanwhile, Illidan's down bottom. They're going to run right into DK Phobos. This is a hard here, so Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare. There should be enough to tear Stampede. Not enough to get the kill. Magic Missile comes through. Go Black may be in trouble, but always want to fly. That's the fall. Solo jumps in. Go Black cannot get the Magic Missile. He will fall. Meanwhile, Illidan comes in. The ultimate is being used. Yoki has no mana to use his split. He already blink collapse. He's chasing after always want to fly. He'll get that kill. 3 dead across the map. Illidan is trying to keep away. They got the courier as well. What courier was that went down? The Radiance courier, so even more farm for Empire. Silent gets involved even though he's not there. Meanwhile, he's in the top lane. Scandal's getting caught out. He wants the tower, and he might find it. Resolution denied, not there. But here comes Silent. Scandal's going to try to man up. There's the static link. Silent! Oh, the Plasma Field gets the kill. Silent, what are you doing, buddy? This is Battle Fury done, it is. So he doesn't lose that much, but he probably shouldn't have been there.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, they definitely. I was gonna say it was favoring Empire, but then Silent just went down. I still think it still favors them because their cores right now. Right now, Solo he feels like a core, like a hardcore He's got the
Dire's
Maelstrom
middle
complete.
tower
We got the
is under
Shadow Blade,
attack.
and he has a minus. He's like beating everybody by like 4,000 gold. So he's definitely gonna be.
Shift? No. Swap back. Go live. Just says, hey, what's up, Phobos? I got your back, buddy. Centaur is going for Crimson Guard, by the way, which I think is very good this game. It's very good against Strain. It's very good against Nature's Prophet himself. Very good against Anti-Mage. So, good choice, but how effective is it going to be in this game? I mean, as soon as Silent gets a couple of items, his farmer is going to be astronomical. Medusa still has a ways away before he even gets the Lincoln Sphere. Once he does get the Lincoln Sphere, then he starts
Dire's
farming a lot
middle
more
tower
effectively.
is under attack.
He's going to take the tower, and that should...
Dire's
Oh,
structures
good,
are
coming out.
fortified.
Centaur Stampede. Phobos looking for Always Wanna Fly. Always Wanna Fly is going to fall.
Dire's middle
Jump in, slap. There's the split coming in. Illidan in some trouble. They use the boulder toss onto poor little Will. He'll fall away. DK Phobos points across the river. They're still chasing. They will find a kill on Scandal. Denying the tower. Looks like no. Go Black did get it. The Broodling's still running towards mid lane. They're looking for Illidan or Go Black. They're not going to chase any further because the rest of the squad's backing up. They're going to roast, which is at half health. And Solo is right looking it down very effectively as Silence jumps in as well. He has enough money for his trick to tie them up. We'll see if he goes for Vlad's or if he goes for Mantis Style this game.
Well,
Roshan has
he's
fallen
finished his
to
treads
the
right now,
tower.
but I think he'll go. I don't think he should go Vlad's. I think Brewmasters should go Vlad's, and then should give Vlad's AC. And then, yeah, there's no point in Anti-Mage getting the Vlad's this game. Crimson Guard, I don't know if they need. I think they need. Yeah, they definitely need the Crimson Guard, and then do they need a fight? I feel like they do need a fight for the Skywrath and Puck and Silent. Scandal, I mean, he's gonna get caught out once again.
Played so far up this game. I mean, I understand the one with towers, but they don't have vision in their own jungle. They know that they just came from Roshan. They have to understand that they're coming down to the bottom lane. So a bit of a misplay. Silent finishes up his treads. He's probably the Golden Bank as well. They're putting pressure on this tier 2 tower. TP in from Illidan. He has his ultimate, by the way. They're going to try to anti-seal him more so than anything, I think, before he gets that ultimate off. Impressive shot. Anti-seal broken by the Lincoln Spear. There's the ultimate coming through. Go Black swapping him out. Meanwhile, the clap coming through. No split available. There's the coil going in. Resolution phase shifts away. Yoki getting jumped on. Blink stomp clap. Yuki in trouble with the Mana Void coming through. They're blowing everybody up. The Maelstrom going to work for Solo. Phobos in trouble. They have no way to stop him from TPing out, but a huge fight from Empire suddenly turns things in their favor. They blow up the squishy supports. They blow up Illidan. Scandal died earlier on in the engagement. The tier 2 tower is taking back toward damage, but it will fall to Silent, it looks like. Solo does get the kill. I missed the fight recap yet again. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. Why are you fighting 4v5 into an Aegis, and then once the Lincolns is popped from Medusa, I mean, Anti-Mage can just use Mana Void whenever he wants, and then you're basically, your whole team's gonna die. So this hero, yeah, you don't wanna. You need to make sure you just farm and avoid those fights, especially when the Aegis is up. I just don't understand why they were doing that.
A bit questionable coming out from Team Virtus Pro.Polar, but at the same time, Resolution and Empire are playing this very well. Their items are coming through. Solo has been the most effective ganker I've seen in some time. I'm not a huge fan of the 4-position Nature's Prophet. When you're playing it this way, you're going to get a big advantage out of it, and this is exactly how they need to do this, is just TP around the map. Instead of looking for towers, find kills, and then get kills into towers. He has an ultimate orb,
Screw 4-position
tower is under attack.
Prophets, dude. It makes the hard support Always Wanna Fly have to buy everything.
I mean, it's definitely not easy for
Solo.
Always Wanna Fly. He's sitting on treads and 2 null talismans as well as an Observer Ward, but...
Well, that's because he's got 4 kills and 5 assists. That's because they got a lot of space, but imagine if they didn't get all those rotations in the early game. Oh, this would have been like a null talisman boot game.
I mean, this is the problem that... This is what Evil Geniuses has done to the scene. Resolution's getting caught by Illidan, but I don't think he'll fall. Evil Geniuses have notoriously run the lineup where they have a 1-3-3 and a 6. 1-3-3-3 and a 6, rather. Where PBD is the 6 and everyone else plays kind of at that 3 role, and Arteezy's the 1. So, Virtus Pro and the rest of pretty much every single squad in the Western scene has started to play like Evil Geniuses, going for 4 position supports, picking up core heroes and baddies. Not that.
Yeah, but if you think about it though, like they do Enigmas and Sand Kings, which those heroes still buy like wards and sentries. I just don't know if Solo is one of those people that would actually.
He is definitely not. He has an observer ward, but that was given to him by Always Wanna Fly. He's like, oh, listen, I'll ward for you, but I'm not buying them. So, meanwhile, jump in, Scandal. Getting encroached upon by Yoki as well as Silent, but this is a bit of a brave position coming out from Empire. They don't have all of their heroes here, although there still is the Aegis, 1400 gold. Silent's getting closer to his Manta style, and he has a Medusa in farm, who still is only at that Lincoln Sphere, has a band of Elven skin. That's not doing much. Solo, meanwhile, is going to TP up to the Ancient Sex yet again. Actually, he's finding, I believe this is his full. Yep, that's his full Scythe device coming out now.
Resolution's coming over here. He's in Resolution stick too. So this is a lot of lockdown.
This is Problem City.
Yeah, this is
an issue.
Not looking good.
Nope. To put it bluntly, Virtus Pro are in deep shit. So we'll see if they can get out of the hole that they've dug themselves. And Illidan's going to run down the mid lane. He'll farm some more. He's trying desperately to get to a Yash at the very least. Getting a Manta style is core for Illidan at this point to get him some extra damage.
He actually has to go with BKB this game, but yeah, he definitely needs movement right now or a Manta. I just don't know. Like if he's gonna go with Manta first or what.
You can Manta out of the waiting grid and maybe stay alive.
Yeah, against an anti-mage who's gonna be farming 10 times faster than you now. You're gonna need, yeah, you're definitely gonna probably need a BKB for these team fights, and then you also have the Panda split to worry about. So and all these silences coming out from Puck, and the sheep sticks. Yeah, there's actually no way around this. If he doesn't get one in like the next 5 minutes, I don't see how they stopped him going high ground on the after the next version.
Resolution is stunned up, as is Always Wanna Fly. They might get a kill here on Always Wanna Fly. Can they get the kill? Blink Dagger comes out from Resolution just in time. Meanwhile, jumping in, that's Yoki. He drops the split as well. Silent comes in, Go Black in some trouble. Magic Missile is going to go to the mech, keeping them up and alive. Cyclone, Static Link is now broken. Go Black, Boulder tosses it right in a second. He should fall. Meanwhile, Resolution using the coil. Phobos in some trouble. Crimson Guard's going to get popped. How much is going to help? Resolution phase shifts, but the double edge coming through does not get the kill on the back end. They've gotten 3. They're looking for Scandal as well. Both of the core still alive, but now Silent going to work here. Eye of the Storm, Resolution jumps in. This is the jaunt through. Resolution has to get away. Illidan coming in as well. And they got low enough, and Solo wasn't there the entire time. He was pushing up top and decided not to fight. He actually did use the side device. Maybe he decided to not extend on that engagement and get caught out of position.
Yeah. Well, there's a BKB done for Razor. It'll help him a little bit in these team fights. Let's see what goes through it. They might get an BKB later on Solo. Stop TPs. They have only Mana Void, and that's just to stop TPs. They don't have, but they still have already a lot of physical DPS coming from Furion and the right clicks of Anti-Mage, so BKB still won't be as useful for stopping all this magical burst.
Radiant's middle tower is
he won't get caught out as easily anymore, which has been an issue for Scandal this entire game. He has 6 steps to his name. I know that doesn't look like a lot at 6, you know, when you have 26 deaths on your team.
Middle tower is under attack.
I think he might be close to leading the way. No, he's tied right now with poor Goblak, and then obviously Lil has the most at 7. Lil's just died so often. This poor pickup of Shadow Demon has just been. It was good earlier on in the game, but he has nothing to his name. He's got Dust, Smoke, he's got Tranquils. I mean, obviously you're a Shadow Demon, but you want at least something. And you can't get anything because you're not getting farm, whereas on the other side of things, Always Want to Fly, at least has 2 Nultops and some Treads, so... Getting caught out, Static Link going as well, coming in, he's got split in 1 second, tries to go through. He uses this stick, he will split up, the Crimson Guard is going to go Ancient Seal twice as well. Phobos, meanwhile, swap in. Phobos gets ulted. Always Want to Fly is going to go down, but there's the coil up. Phobos in trouble. He's still rather tanky, though. They have the next still move on Scandal. He's ready to go. Silent in trouble. He has no ages. Solo has to just jump away. All of a sudden, Pro.Polar coming back in with a huge fight. Scandal gets the double kill. They're going to push straight down the mid lane looking for this tier 2 tower. Huge fight coming out from Pro.Polar. They kill all but 2 heroes in that engagement, and 2 of the biggest cores go down, and Illidan is there to clean up the bounties.
I don't think you're supposed to look at the Deuce to win. Not exactly sure.
I think you might be right about that.
Unless you want to That was a lot of physical DPS.
Dire's
That was
middle
a
tower
crit coming
has
in from
fallen.
Scandal. I'm pretty sure he had at least like 300, if not 400 damage stolen
Dire's middle
from the
tower
Panda
is under
split.
attack.
And he just right-clicked AM once and did like 500 damage. I don't know.
Damage all of a sudden?
Yeah,
They've
have
taken
no
the Tier 3 tower.
buyback.
Missing Flare coming in. DK Mobile is so tanky they cannot take him down. Yoki gets swapped up. He has no split. He's done. He's down for a minute as well. He has to buy back. They mech up. They stampede away. And suddenly Empire are getting outplayed by Pro.Polar. Rolf jumps in. Crimson Guard. Silent double edge. Bench style goes as well. Silent has to blink away. Solo still not alive. Yoki claps up. Kobo's trying to TP away. Coil not there. Illidan cheapies out as well. And Scandal will make it away. Everybody survives with the exception of Goblek, but he doesn't matter. They take the Tier 3 tower. They force out, I think, 2 buybacks. Yeah, it looks like it was 2. Great engagement from Pro.Polar.
Okay, so that if actually if the Centaur had a stun there, that was actually a game. That was very interesting. How it almost. Whoa, but Scandal might be.
What are you
Yeah,
doing, man?
Scandal's still down. He does he have buyback? He has buyback.
Scandal has got a BKB. They have the Mana Void, so it's actually he has no
They
mana
don't
for
have
it.
swap yet. Just
Sprout not connecting on Scandal, almost ran into it, but jump
Where's the
stop
Mana
onto
Void?
3. Meanwhile, Phobos is going to back away. Yeah, there was no mana for the Mana Void. Surprisingly enough, Silent was not there yet. He actually tread swaps, and I think he might have had enough mana for it, but he ran too far away, then he BKB'd. He was trying to TP. He wasn't trying to TP away, so there's no point really using it there. They're going to check Roshan. It is luckily up. And this is something that's going to keep Empire back in this game. Empire had a 15,000 net worth lead, which was cut down to 7,500.
1900.
Yeah. And now
Roshan has fallen to the
Fight down
damage.
so hard. They had to force buybacks. They had to. Oh my god.
they lost a lot of net worth there just through that mid push and fight.
Yeah. I'm curious. Okay, Anti-Mage needs a lot, either a heart or a BKB. I'm just thinking the BKB and just make sure you don't look at the Dusa during the Stone Gates.
I think that Stone Gates, honestly, that duration's almost a little too long. Or the amount of time that it takes, like the amount of, yeah, the duration itself, not the stone duration. The stone duration's fine, I think. Just the fact that it takes 6 seconds for that ultimate to complete. It's the real,
Radiant's
the real
middle
time.
tower is under attack.
Okay,
It's
one
just
hit from
interesting
Solo.
to see. I mean, I guess Dusa, well, because that fight middle, she might actually not need to do the BKB. She might just go Butterfly or Scotty now.
I mean, she's tanky enough, and unless they get a perfect
Yeah.
flip from Empire, I don't know. I mean, if you get the Scotty though, yeah, definitely. Scotty seems fine. Butterfly is good, obviously. The MKB will have to be completed eventually if that's the choice for pretty much everybody here. Silent continues to pressure top. Solo still has the highest net worth in the game, although Medusa's sitting second now. Pretty good. Anti-Mage is not too far behind, nor is Resolution now, but he's got a Hex and he's got probably the makings of a Shiva's Guard here. And by probably, I mean definitely, because he already has one Sighted Blast. Yoki has his flags like you talked about. He'll be going for Assault Cuirass. That's, again, I say this often, but it's generally when you see the Assault Cuirass come out that the game definitely changes, I feel like. If you don't have one already on your team. If you have one, then you're good to go, but the Assault Cuirass on a team that's trying to pressure you is very important. Not only in terms of taking down towers, but armor reduction is actually pretty big, especially against Medusa. Although I don't know if it matters. This Medusa has 22
Radiant's top tower is
armor,
under attack.
so no, 21 rather.
So we're gonna have to theory craft here because they have the superior split push and rat or whatever you want to call it from Empire side. They have Furion and Anti-Mage, but they have the stronger 5-man lineup for VP, where they have the BKB Razor with the Ags. They have BKB on Centaur as well, and then they have an unkillable Dusa. As long as she doesn't get maybe
Radiant's
double
bottom
hexed
tower
and
is
silenced
under
the whole
attack.
time, it should be fine. So you have to wonder, okay, so who's gonna win this late game? It's gonna come down to whether Empire, they decide to split push it up and just try to get the Rexes that way, or if they try to take a team fight because they're gonna get more farm out of the map because they have a better farming lineup.
We'll wait and see, man. This is a lot closer than I think we anticipated. I think we thought Empire were, with the Aegis, going to do a lot of work, but The second Aegis obviously has not done much. They're just farming away. And they're putting pressure on the bottom lane. They're trying to take this tier 3 tower, put the creep wave into the tier 3 tower. Solo still is farming towards his next item, whatever that may be. He's got 3k gold in the bank. And Silent stays top. He continues to farm. He'll blink away. 5k for him. If he wanted a BKB, he could buy it out right now. But does he want the BKB? We'll find out. His resolution has the Shiva's Guard now completed. And Farm City, this game.
They just need, well, they have the better pickoffs too, because they have 2 sheep sticks. They just need to make sure they coordinate them properly, and then make sure the Venge doesn't swap anybody else. If Venge swaps anybody else, they'll probably lose the fight because of that. Then all their DC is on one target. But if they can just focus fire one hero down, find him off the map, then annihilate him, it should be in Empire's basket to win this game. They're gonna come down to probably a team fight though.
Well, while we're waiting, again, this is the Dota Pit League Season 2, sponsored by Tessera, Twitch, Sapphire, and Sennheiser. He's in trouble. And
they got a gem too.
Yeah, they do have a gem, but there's the hex up. Someone's gonna try to get the out.
He's not gonna make it.
He's gonna get swapped. He's gonna get stomped. He's gonna get teared. He's gonna get static links. He's gonna get strut up scandal, but will die to DK Focus's right click. So still getting caught out. He's down for 75 seconds. He didn't buy an item. He still had that 3.6k gold in the bank, and he lost this there. He got 1,000 gold for that kill, and he lost 599. So a bit unfortunate for Solo getting caught out. And now you've got to back away from Silent and the rest of the squad, lest you get caught out, much like your brethren, the Nature's Prophet. Medusa is going for the butterfly, by the way, in case you were wondering. He has the Eagle Song, so he actually almost has the full butterfly completed. If he wants to buy pretty soon, if not altogether.
Let's look. 6k on the anti-mage to see what he wants to go for. I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for a heart. He would have bought his BKB already.
Yeah. He purchases off the MKB. That's what he's going for, man. He knows that he knows that Illidan is going for that butterfly, so MKB is going to be his trick. But he's not doing anything.
He has to get.
Radiant's
he
top
needs.
tower has
So it's fine getting that, but he needs. He kind of needs an abyssal, but at the same time, I don't know if he can go abyssal because he needs a BKB. Like 100% anti-mage needs a BKB this game, no matter what. You have Shadow Demon Disruption, and then you have too many variables, the Stomp In, and the Centaur Slow, and then there's just too many things you have to worry about.
I'm surprised you went that, but again, against the butterfly of the Medusa, it's definitely the right choice.
It helps them farm exponentially faster, but yeah, they're definitely going to try and wait out to the next 1 or 2 items.
So we might see another waiting game of about 45 to 50 minutes, and probably the next Roshan as well. He does have 2.4k gold, so he's not that far away from a BKB, but he's going to have to utilize the entire jungle, which is, by the way, completely farmed. Both jungles are dry. They're about to respawn, though, so back to the farming we go for Silent. He does, however, block this camp by running into it, unfortunately. So, kind of silly. Meanwhile,
you can note that, they might be farming together right here, but then that means they have vision on them, too. VP, or Empire, they have a gem. They dewarded them, and that's the first ward they did. They put up now for VP is right there. They have a little bit of vision, but they're kind of scared. Gold Black might be caught out here.
The entire team is here. Little takes a ton of damage from Nature's Wrath from the illusion ward. Break away. The resolution. CP coming out. Almost going to fly. Getting caught. Swap comes through. He will fall. He's the byproduct of a botched engagement from Empire. And now 5 heroes down the mid lane, it looks like, for Versus Pro.Polar. Illidan has his butterfly, he has his meta style, and they're just running straight down mid, interestingly enough. They don't even care at this point. I mean, it's just one hero to support, but they will TP back as they're encroaching upon the bottom lane with Solo, as well as the Anti-Mage and Resolution and Yoki. I don't know. You also see split push from top from Silent, so he's looking to take down this tier 3 tower, at least make it low. They do have vision up on the cliff, though, so they know that DK Focus and Go Black are here. They're going to wave Terror. They see the ward, and they're going to try to go for Silent. He will Manta and blink through the trees and TP away.
Well, there's Alright, we can theory craft about... Okay, so what is Solo gonna get? Did he get a BKB? What?
MKB.
Yeah, an MKB. Okay, so they just want to have enough physical DPS right now.
They have more than enough from Solo. I mean, he's
they
like
do
a
have
truck.
like if you can have they have enough DPS, yes, but do they have enough lockdown yet? Because they have a lot, but still you have to think about the Lincolns, you have to think about the Venge swap, you have to think about the Shadow Demon disruption. It's not so it's not easy as to say, oh, we have the most DPS and we have that, and then if they even get 4 staffs eventually, that could be a problem too, because Deuce is so tanky that they have all these perfect 2 supports for saving her right now in the later stages of the game. So it's
illusion.
It's not so much that they need DPS, it's also they need survivability, because these team fights are going to be lasting at least a minute or 2, because there's going to be a lot of kiting around.
Oh man, this is just shaping up to be one heck of a late game here. Really comes down to buyback status, and like you talked about, just having lockdown. If you look at the buybacks now, pretty much everyone's going to have it in about a minute, unless they just decide to buy items, which probably is the case, so...
VP can't contest any of the Roshan, though. That's the one problem they have this game, because they're getting constantly split push the whole entire game. And they can just Fury on ulti and do that. So if they try to contest Roshan, maybe they could get the cheese and Aegis, but they might lose like a tier 3 and a Rax for it. So it's just basically what are your trade-offs, and it just respawned now, and we'll see if they have anything to scout it out. There's Fury on trees, and they have a Manta images too from Illidan.
Why is already there? Oh, Silent, go into the pit, buddy. Where are you going? Okay, well, they know that it could be up now theoretically, and it looks like Fly will check it, so... Yeah, Silent just blinks in. He's like, hey, guys, there's Roshan here, and he backs away immediately. They want to push out top lane first and foremost, though. Lil is sitting here, but he's by himself. They do pick up the Heart of Trash now coming up from Anti-Mage. Again, no BKB, like you mentioned. Though still, I mean, he's tanky now. There is an Assault Cuirass, so the amount of time in which the Brewmaster got his Assault Cuirass followed by the amount of time in which Scandal got it was about a minute. And then it's gone. So that pretty much negates everything, unless they kill Scandal early on. That's just ugh.
Yeah, I mean, even you can see the Dusa, like, she knows she has to go BKB, there's just too many lockdowns. Normally you don't want to go, you could go Satanic on her, but though it's not going to be that good. I mean, the Anti-Mage could even go a Butterfly, and it could help. I mean, if you have a Butterfly, maybe he can't get locked down, but if he gets disrupted once, he should die. That's the only problem. But is Shadow Demon going to use it offensively or defensively?
Well, that's the question. And the way the game has been going, with the exception of that fight mid, you'd say that probably defensively, because Lil has been dying so very often, his teammates have been dying so very often. If he uses it offensively, he's probably in a good position. BKB is now done for Illidan. This was an item we talked about a lot for not only Illidan, but for Silent as well, for pretty much everybody in this game. Smoke up, they're trying to fight mid here. Go Black might get caught out of position. Will they jump on him? Resolution gets spotted, the smoke is broken, and it will back up to the high ground, and Scandal does not jump down. He backs away as well. They're pushing into the tier 2 tower. Silent with the Heart of Thrask and Aegis. I don't know if you're going to get a better time to fight than right now. They'll purchase up his bots rather soon, and then maybe the BKB, please, finally. Who knows? I don't know.
Well,
might go for a
I don't blame
but...
him going for a Heart when he has an Aegis. So it makes more sense, because then they don't have as much, and then they have more sustain in these team fights. But if the Aegis is gone, yeah, definitely I would think so. But he might go Abyssal or Butterfly still. Can't count those items out. It's just that he had to go the MKB this game. And yeah, that hurts his item progression. You don't want to go an MKB on an Anti-Mage.
It's not like you can sell any of these items either. At some point, maybe a Battle Fury, but even that I don't really think it's a great idea. It's just too much to sell. So whatever item he gets next, besides his bots, is going to be his last, so... Well, he can actually swap things out from the courier if he really wants to, but that's getting into the real late game, and we're not even at 60 minutes yet. Medusa is farming, and actually farming just a bit better than the Anti-Mage, at least in terms of itemization. The Butterfly, Manta-style, BKB, Liquid Sphere, Treads, apparently is more net worth than what Silent has. It's a bit surprising, but... With 2.3k gold bank, the Anti-Mage is doing okay. And Fatal is now coming out. for the Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile, Silent getting caught low, Stomp going in. He's got the Heart of Trask, so he's still fine. He'll back up. He can actually regen up here in a second. He's got Haze. Meanwhile, the Silent's coming in. Blink through. There's the Dust going in as well. Silent looking for Lil. He does have Mana Void. He's not going to use it. The immediate MKB hit does slow him down, and Silent does get the kill. So nice little pick off there, gets him some more farm. He's level 25 now. He's got 3k gold in the bank. They deny the tier 2 tower mid. That's the last outer tower coming out from Pro.Polar. However, there is no tier 3 in the mid lane for Team Empire, so that's the give and take there. 45 minutes into the game. We're in for a long one. This next fight might not even decide it, and who knows if they're going to go for it. Aegis is still up for a couple of seconds here for a minute or so, and let's see if they get anything done with it.
Yeah, they're going to be going on the high ground. I mean, they just went on Illidan.
Swap out. BKB forced. That's BKB now down. Aegis reclaimed in 2 minutes. They still have time to work with here. Although the Mystic Flare is on cooldown and always want to fly now is almost useless every time he can steal these fights.
Yeah, the BKB might cost them the game here. Might come back and haunt them.
Silent going back into the high ground, static reinforced. Disruption coming in off the way. Soul Catcher. Silence coming in, but he BKB. Silent in trouble. That's the Aegis expended. Great initiation coming up from Pro.Polar. Since our Stampede goes, Silent does blink away. Solo working on the racks right now. Silent getting jumped on again. Maybe it's a big resolution ultimate coming through. There's the split. Lil in trouble. He'll fall first. It looks like now Golek as well goes down. Static Link, Eye of the Storm. Scandal doing some work here. Jump onto resolution. Meanwhile, where is Silent? He goes up to the top lane. They want this rack. Flip his pops. They're going to work here. They're going to lose this set of racks. Maybe they TP in. They get some buybacks coming through. Illidan gets back into the fray. And they will stay alive. Silent runs back towards that bottom lane. They're going to jump in. Resolution stomped up, but there's the Hex. Phobos is so damn tanky. Silent going to work. Scandal now falling low. Mana break is going to go. Mantis away. Stomp not there for Phobos. No mana, no cooldown for it either. Disruption. Scandal doing some work. They finally push them back. They do get the Rex. No, it's still low, but not low enough yet. Here comes Solo, though. He wants to get the melee Rex, and he will get it. TP coming in. Illidan comes through. Solo has no Shadow Blade. He's sold it, by the way. Lil about to fall, and Will. He's going to try to man fight up onto Illidan, but he's taking too much damage. He'll fall. Buyback status is available for him, but bottom, they're going for the racks now. Silent. Look at the damage he's doing to the melee racks. Not done yet. Resolution about to get it, though. 2 right clicks will get the job done. Hex up on the Scandal. They blink away. Resolution has phase shift. He's got no jaunt, no blink up for a second. He should get out, though. Yoki might not be so lucky. But it's all worth it at this point. Resolution throws up the illusory orb. Silent looking to go back in. Resolution jaunts further. Blink further. Phobos looking for a double edge. He'll find it. Blink away from Silent. All the while, they get the top racks from Solo, who bought back and TP'd in. He'll run away now. Still no Lothars, but one set of racks down. The melee racks down bottom taken as well. Empire successfully break the base and put a lot of pressure up on Pro.Polar there.
Yeah, that's not good. That's both of your side lanes against the split push too. If it's the mid lane, you could just easily go down mid lane and not worry about it sometimes, but with your side lanes going down, they could just enter through there pretty easily, go for the tier 4s or go for the mid, backdoor it now. And Resolution has a refresher there, but so that could be another instant, but you can see that Anti-Mage at the beginning of that team fight, okay, he got blown up.
Yes.
Didn't have the BKB, so yeah. He either needs another Aegis or that, but all they needed to do was buy time, and I can't believe nobody noticed just Solo pushing in the top lane. That's a miscommunication on Pro.Polar, where they should have sent somebody up there. It was probably needs to be Razor. As long as just Scandal goes top against the Razor, I don't think they could have got a kill.
The Rat Dota is real, but they are pushing down mid. For some reason, I can't. Okay, there's my map going. All right, I don't know what was going on there, but they're going to try to take the set of racks mid. Illidan has Rapier. This is it. This is it, boys. Illidan's going up to the high ground right now, and he's going to look to take down the set of racks. It'll take it quickly, even with split shot. That's a racks gone. That's range racks down. Melee racks down as well. It's just that easy. Silent's getting chased away by Scandal. Scandal takes the range racks. Or actually, no, that range racks is already taken the south lane. Meanwhile, jumping. Silent's going in. Roblox gets blown up. But what about Illidan? He's getting right clicked away, but so is Solo. Solo's in trouble. There's the mid-style. Meanwhile, the ultimate is done for Illidan. He's taking a lot of damage. He's got no mana left. Mana Void destroys him. He's done. Scandal loses the Rapier, Illidan, and now Silent blowing everybody up. 4 dead. Boom, shakalaka. Silent going to work. GG is finally called. Empire dominating games 1 and 2 with great play. One team fight that goes awry in the middle lane, and Pro.Polar gets back into it. Some patient play from Empire. They win the series 2-0. No splitting going on for them. Great series coming out from both of these CIS teams.
That was a lot of damage in that mana void.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's just, yeah, the MKB is just too strong against the Medusa there, and once the BKB ran out, all your mana's gone. And then you had nice Yoki play there at the end, canceling out the Lincoln Sphere, so he could mana void. So it's a good counter if you have the Lincolns to an anti-mage 1-on-1, but in team fights, it's not an item that's really useful. So really well played from, I guess, Empire today, taking 2 games. We thought it could have ended earlier, but it's still, the outcome seemed to be it seemed to be there just because of the Roshan advantages.
Well,
and the split push factor.
That'll happen. The split push was real coming through, and
they executed it really well, and they just did not react to it to what they were doing. VP.
Top lane, the split push came through. They took that set of racks, and all of a sudden became that much easier for Empire to take the victory. The final death push down mid coming out from Milden Storm Rage was a good idea, but at that point, Silent was just too damn tanky and too damn strong. 676 GPM, but for solo, 709 GPM. And on 4 position, Nature's Prophet, by the way. Let me just throw that out there. 4 position, Nature's Prophet. So they get him a lot of farm. Really high GPM for him. He did some work in that game. And that'll be it for us today. Now, I know a lot of you are expecting EG versus Fnatic coming up next, but we do have a reschedule. But don't fret. It's only until tomorrow. There are going to be 3 2-game series tomorrow, and some big ones at that. I'm very excited to bring you the action. To start things off, it'll be Team Tinker versus Fnatic. That'll start at about 17:45 CEST or 11:45 Eastern. Shortly thereafter, M5 versus Complexity is going to get underway at 20:15 or 2:15 p.m. Eastern. Followed by EG versus Fnatic at 22:30. That should be, let's see here, 4:30 p.m. Eastern coming out. So stick around tomorrow. Again, thanks for joining us, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Shout out to our Statsman Mount Pax for joining us yet again. This is the Dota Pit League Season number 2.